a very shiny looking face. I think it's because it really is working. But one of the things you have to be super careful of is not getting it near your eyes and mouth. This is, after all, a product that breaks down your skin so that new skin cells can come through. And so for the sensitive areas, if you wonder where the most sensitive areas on your face are, I found out. Because I also use the Revitalift for eyes. And both of these you use in the morning and at night. And I did faithfully, but what I started doing was I would use the same hands. After I used this, I would use this. Even though this has its own little applicator that's nice and cool, and that does help your eyes get depuffed because it's cold metal, and it helps kind of soothe and calm it down when you first wake up to have something cool under your eyes. But I would literally do like that, and this product was hitting this very tender skin. I would also, when I went over here, sometimes I'd hit the top of my lip, and both of them would sting like you would not believe. It's just too strong for this real sensitive area right on the top of your lip and under your eyes, where the bags are. And that's why I use a separate product. So this is what I would advise. I put this on first now. I've retried it because I had to switch back to my Lancome, which I do like this. And it did help calm my eyes back down. Y'all, for days after I did that and got it underneath my eyes, y'all probably noticed in some of my videos, they swelled up, like, looked super wrinkledy because they were poochy and dried out. And that's because some of this retinol got under my eyes. You don't want to get this in, and it says all over the place, don't get anywhere near your eyes, keep it away from your eyes. So what I would do first is put this on underneath my eyes. So it made me very aware of exactly where that line is that I need to stay away from, all the way out past the outer part of your eye as well. That's not what this is for. That's what this is for. So after I did that, I would put 3 drops of this on my fingers and just rub with one hand straight across my forehead. Rub it back together again. And then starting like this, so I can make sure my fingertips do not touch here, I would do like this. And then clean it off down my neck like that. And I would go under here without like that. So I'm not touching my lips here. And of course down the nose and the 11's really, really good, because that is the point of this. But I would stay away from the eyes and any getting down close to the mouth, which, to be honest with you, it doesn't even make sense to do that much. Just stay on either side of your mouth and your chin. And these little wrinkles, this wrinkle and these wrinkles, you definitely do want to get. Then I would use the L'Oreal Revitalift Moisturizer. And I do like that today. I feel like I am so moisturized though. But that's good. Here's the one thing that you do need to know though. These 2 products, use every morning and evening after your Revitalift serum or treatment. Layer under your makeup. So you're going to put, this is my order, this under your eyes, this only on your face, nowhere near your eyes or mouth, and then this kind of the same place you put this, because you still don't want to rub this in the eye and lip area where it's sensitive, and you'll start transferring some of this just because it's on your fingers. And I would wash my hands afterwards to make sure, because there's chemicals on that, and you don't know what you're going to touch, your doggies, your eye, you might itch your eye, you know, whatever. So you have to make sure that you do that. I try not to touch my face during the day because I'm very moist, as you can see. But I'm not sticky, just so you know. If you're wondering, well, is it sticky? No, it's not. But the bad thing about these products is there is no sunscreen. And retinol makes you very, very sensitive to the sun. So my base has to have a good sunscreen of at least a 30. Or my primer needs to have at least a 30. So I decided to go back to my Chanel CC cream. And this is the 20 beige. And y'all, this stuff is a good block. Like, I remember when I used this at the beach, I was just thinking because it's a CC cream, it'll be very sheer. And I put it on, and when I came in, there was a line where I didn't, like, rub it in good, where I had sunburn everywhere but my face. That's how good of a block this is. Absolutely no sun rays got through. Not only that, it really covers up my age spots well. This is great coverage. I was so tempted to go ahead and just rub it under my eyes, but you got to remember, if you rub this on your face with a flathead kabuki or round dome kabuki, and it gets any of this on the brush and you start rubbing under there, you're transferring up there again. So you just have to make sure that you do all of your concealing afterwards or before, but stay out of the way of the face even when you're putting your makeup on. So I'm being more mindful. It's not hard. I'm just being more mindful. So I wanted to tell y'all about that. And I am feeling pretty good about this product so far, but I will let you know. Nobody promotes me. Y'all know that. So I'm not like sponsored or anything like that. So I'm not trying to make you try something that I haven't tried myself. I'm just telling you about something I'm using that I really am liking. Okay, so excuse me for sniffing like that, y'all. My little nosy. Okay, so I'm going to put this under my arm so it can be warming. I know. Y'all like, what? I either do that or set it between my legs while I'm getting ready because it warms your mascara, and I do think that makes a difference. I don't really feel like I need this today because I've already put it on, and it stays on so good. You can see my under eye liner. This stays on so good, I don't need to reapply it. So I'm going to just keep this in here. And I love that it is, retractable. I got this new Sassy pencil, but you have to use the pencil sharpener, which she does give you a pencil sharpener at that time, so that's good. But I just like retractable better. I wish she'd have done that with her product. Let's keep that warm for a second. I am going to go ahead and do my eyelashes with an eyelash curler. There we go. Anyway, what I can say about using this so far is I haven't used the skin treatment long enough yet to tell you is it making a huge difference in wrinkles. But I can tell you there's definite skin turnover because about 3 days in, I was looking real close at my face and there was all these little things, and I thought, did I wipe my face with a paper napkin or a tissue and just somehow it got stuck on my face? It wasn't something stuck on my face. It was my skin coming off. Very, very, very tiny. So it almost looks like you got your face damp and ran a Kleenex over it. That's how minute the skin cells are that are coming off. It's not like it's coming off in sheets like when you get a sunburn. So there's that. Let's get these now. Oh, this is a good mascara, y'all, because it's Wet n Wild. So it was how much was it? It doesn't say, but it's not expensive. That brand is not very expensive, and you can get it at you definitely at your local drugstore, and I think you also can get it at your grocery store. It depends on if your grocery store carries that, because some grocery stores have limited lines. Some drugstores are doing that now that they carry. Okay, that's long enough. And what do we always do? Get your little towel out and wipe it off. Why? Because there is a moisture in your eyes that when you use an eyelash curler, there's going to be some little something that comes off your eye, and you don't want to let that sit on your eyelash curler. And one thing that I'll remind you, when you get a new eyelash curler, it usually comes with a couple of these little rubber bumpers, and you need to change those out. After it starts getting to where when you're cleaning it, it doesn't seem to come off as good, get rid of it. You don't want to get that close to your eye. Okay, this is just a little bit warmed up. It's Mega Length Hydrofuge, which means waterproof in French, I think. And I'm going to swirl this around a little bit, make sure we got a good amount on the brush. Because when they're new, they haven't dried out at all, sometimes it's hard to get a good bit on your brush. Y'all know that. Okay, it's a very comb-like brush. So it's going to do great to comb through any voluminous serum. Not serum, what am I trying to say? Formula. So I'm tipping out the ends first, and then I'm going to go from the base out. And I'm starting with the outer part of the eye. Base, out. Base, out. And this is going up at this point. Base, up. Base, up. And then we're going to point these little ones towards the nose. And these little ones out here towards the ear. So what am I thinking? Let's go ahead and do underneath. Wiggle, wiggle down. The good thing about these combs is it's so much easier to get product on the lashes than to me, without it getting gooped up. So that is fantastic for a first pass, in my opinion. Y'all, this may end up being one of my favorite mascaras. I go super slow because I want a lot of the product to come off the wand onto the lash. But then because this is a comb brush, I want to make sure that I get any excess off. And there is a boo-boo. Luckily, I have my little towel here. So there's one pass. What do y'all think? I feel like it definitely makes a difference for one pass. Now, y'all know I also tip out the lower lashes. Especially I tip out the lower lashes because it really, you just kind of point them down with the tip end. And I am having some boo-boos. Where is my little... Y'all, I could not live without these things. These little cotton buds. It takes off boo-boo. It gets rid of... It's like Band-Aid. It gets rid of your boo-boos. Okay, let's go ahead and swirl that around real good in the barrel. Don't go in and out. It's not because of bacteria. It's because it takes air back down in there and dries your mascara out. Swirl around like that inside. Not too hard or you'll break your wand. Okay, again, we're tipping out the ends first. Just making sure you get the tip ends really good loaded up. And then base out, base out, base out, base out, base up, straight up, and these towards the nose, these towards the ear. I feel like this is really good stuff, y'all. I really do. I like this brand. I mean, I like this formula. And I'm loving, you know what wand this reminds me of? How many of you can guess?